Yeah, I think we're a bit of a work in progress. That would be my best call here after tonight. Some bright spots, some things to be pleased about, and some others that we gotta just improve and get better. Rob, I'm proud of him. I'm happy for him. He's had a really he's worked extremely hard in the off season. Working on getting his back right, and he feels great. He's moving great, and he's been terrific. Our first 2 games. So his threes in the first half, I thought were very important for us to build the lead that we built. And I liked him hitting that momentum 3, going into the half, which gave us a 20-point lead, a pretty comfortable margin.
How do you feel the defensive so well communication? I know first game at home, but defensive pressure and their communication was throughout the game.
I mean, we held them down. I don't know. There probably haven't been a ton of games since I've been here, the team under 50 points. So that's no matter who you're playing, and we turned them over quite a bit. I wasn't particularly happy with the offensive rebounds. We got to kind of lessen that if we can, but they did miss a lot of shots, so they had a lot of opportunities to try and get an offensive rebound. Otherwise, things to be worried about, maybe just didn't like that we shot as poorly as we did from 3 in the second half especially, and sometimes in a game that's getting lopsided you could just lose your edge a little bit and not concentrate as much, because I believe as we grow and develop, it could be one of possibly the best 3-point shooting team that I've coached, and it just hasn't really developed yet to that point. But hopefully we'll get more time to practice over the next 10 days. Obviously 2 days to prepare for Ryder, and then another full week of practice.
Bobby, when you said the other day about Jalen House in Colorado that he didn't shoot well, but he impacted the game, really, what was it that made him impact the game, not only then but also tonight? His defense, his energy?
Yeah, his on-the-ball defense and his instincts on defense. So he had a play in the first half where he really he was like a defensive back, kind of read their dribbler being out of control, and he was off the ball, and then all of a sudden he stole it from their guard, and we were going the other way. And he did that against Colorado too. He had a big steal in the second half in that game, and just didn't convert the layup, an open layup, and you saw that again today. I mean, it's a big reason why we look at the stat sheet and see 14 steals. It's a lot for a team, and it's Jalen's impact on the ball defense and his instincts off the ball.
I know you played one of the smaller teams that are probably going to play all year long, but how pleased were you with Romello, double-digit rebounds tonight?
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy, like when the ball was thrown back to him going down the center of the lane. If this was 3 weeks ago, he would have tore the rim down, but that's what happens when you miss 10 days of practice and you go out here and play. And same thing for Tayshaun. It just those repetitions are very valuable, and they didn't get them. So anything positive that those guys did to me today would have been a surprise, just because we've had no time to work with them on the floor.
Against an overmatched team like this, how much are you looking at gauging where certain guys are at with their play, with early minutes, or what's your focus on, just kind of sorting through some things?
Well, you like to generate the lead that you generate so that you can manage guys. And one of my biggest concerns coming into the game was just the impact of the trip and how the guys are going to feel, and just knowing how I feel, and it's not great. So I can imagine how they are trying to run up and down the floor like that. So just being able to rest guys more and not have them play the last 7 or 8 minutes was important. And for other guys that haven't gotten as much time, for those guys to play, it really helps if you could create that kind of margin.
Early in the game especially, your guys were really going into passing lanes and getting steals. Is that because of this matchup, or is that something you plan to do going forward? I
mean, look, they're small and they have a number of guards, so you would expect it would be more difficult to turn them over the way we did, but we were able to do that again, and I believe Colorado had 18 or 19 turnovers in that game, and they're very, very well-disciplined team, well-coached. So it's definitely one of our strengths if we commit to it and we play with that type of energy on defense.